Hi everyone, I haven't filmed at all yet this year, so I just want to say Happy New Year to everyone, even though it's very late. In this video I'm just going to be demonstrating how to draft an offset button stand. So your buttons aren't going to be in the middle, it's going to be slightly to the side. And I know I've done a couple of videos already on plackets and button stands, but I just thought I'd do this one more, and then we should be moving on to how to draft sleeve patterns, so that should be my next video. So this is my front left and front right. Again, I've done this like menswear as I usually do, left over right. So if it's women's wear, it will be right over left. I've already drafted the positions of the buttons and buttonholes, but I will show you how I got there. So if you have a sample of your button and button size, that would be perfect because it makes everything a lot easier. So what I did was I placed the centre front on top of centre front. Exactly. And then I just placed a button where I thought was suitable visually, and I put mine there. And then what you need to do is mark the middle of the button on this, and then I placed the button again below, anywhere you want, whatever distance you want, and marked the middle of the button again. And then I made sure that these two are the same distance from my centre front, so I know that they are in a straight line. And then I transferred these two markings onto my underneath. And because this one is on top, my underneath layer is where my buttons are actually going to be sewn. And the top layer is going to be my buttonholes. My buttons measure 3.2 centimetres, so I drew my buttonholes about 3.5. And from the centre of the button marking, I drew a line towards the centre front, and that is my buttonholes. And to get the edge of my wrap, what I did was, in previous videos, if you've watched it, I said that I would give a minimum of 5mm between the edge of the button to the edge of your garment. And because this is quite a big button, I've given it 1.5 gap. So if I place my button in the middle again, that gap between the edge of the button to the edge of my garment is 1.5. And I think that's enough, because when a garment gets too tight, the two fronts pull apart, and you don't want to give that too little room, because when it pulls tight your button might spill over the edge. But also you don't want to give it too much room, because then your garment starts to be loose around the corners. So I think 1.5 is quite a good distance from the edge of the button. And then all you need to do is to mark up a facing, whatever shape you want it to be sewn onto that side. And then the underneath, you can have the edge as far as this one, so if you put this side on top of this side, that underneath edge can be as far as you want it to be. And what I would do is add a button here to be fastened to the inside, so it holds the garment together. And that is your offset button.